Okay, let's go ahead and dig into that problem of the day. Be sure to answer the questions I ask out loud and think about how your work is the same or different from what we talk about together. So, there's a lot of ways you could have represented and solved this problem. How would we represent this problem if we were going to use a tape diagram? Go ahead and explain your thinking out loud. Okay, right. We could think of this as a total with two parts. So the total would be 20 plus 20 because that is the amount, right, that was paid. And then one part would be $24.35. That's the cost of the DVD. And then the other part, that is the change, right? And that's what we don't know yet and we need to figure out from the problem. Okay, so why would we want to find the difference between the total amount paid, right here, and the amount that something costs? Say it out loud. Yeah, that difference between the amount that's paid and the cost of something, that is the change that we get back. Okay, so there are a lot of different ways you might solve this problem. You know, one way that students found helpful last year when they were working with change was actually using a number line. So I've got one here. What would be the two numbers we would want to start with on this number line? Say it out loud. Yeah, $24.35, right? That's the cost of the DVD. And then $40, that is the amount paid because 20 plus 20 is 40. Okay, and what are these jumps that we are going to make from $24.35 up to $40? What's that going to tell us? Say it out loud. Yeah, it's going to tell us the difference between the cost of the item and the amount that was paid for it. Okay, so again, there's a lot of different ways you could do this, but one way that can be useful when you're working with money is thinking about the jumps in terms of the value of coins or bills. So what coin might we want to jump by first? Say it out loud. Yeah, I think that actually a nickel might make sense. I'm going to put nickel because that is going to get us up to $24, right, and 40 cents. Okay, great. What would come next and why? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, another good jump then could be a dime, which is worth 10 cents, right? That's going to get us up to $24.50 right here. Okay, and then what next? Yep, so then we could easily add 50 cents, right, which is 2 quarters. And that's going to take us up to $25, right, and no cents. Great. So from this point, now, what can we do? Go ahead and say it out loud. Right. Now we can just start adding bills. We could add a $5 bill, right? So I'm just going to put $5 bill up here. And that's going to get us to $30. And then one more jump, which would be a $10 bill. And that would get us to $40, which is what we need to get to. Okay, cool. So, how much change does Daniel get? Say it out loud. Yeah, $15.65. 5 cents and 10 cents and 50 cents make 65 cents. 5 and 10 makes $15. So $15.65. That's the amount of change he's going to get. So I'm curious, why was it useful when we were solving this problem to think about our jumps in terms of coins and bills? Say it out loud. Yeah, thinking about jumps of money, it makes it easier to work with the decimals, and it tells us exactly what coins or bills we would need if we were going to actually hand somebody the change. Yeah, totally. And I'm also, just to make sure we're on the same page, why did I make this initial jump from 35 cents to 40 cents, then up to 50 cents, then up to an even dollar amount? Say that out loud. Yeah, we're trying to work our way up to even dollar amounts because then from those even dollar amounts, we can easily make jumps up to the amount that was paid in this case. So that makes a ton of sense. Okay, so as you're working today, what do you think you're going to want to ask yourself to help you be successful with these problems? Go ahead and say it out loud. Yeah, you probably said something like, can I count up using coins and bills? That's one great strategy you can use when you're trying to figure out how much change we need to find from a problem.